Greetings everyone, Jonathan Bailey here, usual information below in case you like what I'm saying and want to check out what I'm writing. Today I had a very unusual moment for me. I had to ask myself a very tough question. Is this a copyright infringement? And I'm a copyright and plagiarism consultant, and I don't ask myself that question often because, as I've said in previous videos, I don't like being a hypocrite, and I don't like being called one, and I don't think people should be one, even though, like I said, sometimes it's inevitable, but I try to avoid situations where there's ambiguity as to whether or not what I'm doing is or is not a copyright infringement. It's the least that I can do given my line of work. Well, this morning I found myself in just such a situation, and it actually sent me doing some research and trying to figure out the answer. But so to lay it out for you guys, basically what happened is this. I'm a fan of those flick games on the iPhone. I like, playing games where you're flicking, whether it's a flick golf. I've got a couple of soccer games. I'm a big fan of those, actually. But I also dabbled in the NFL Kicker 13 game. Pretty simple game. You're a kicker. You're kicking field goals, and that's it. Long story short, though, I caused a bit of a glitch in the game. I'm not sure how I did it. I'm not sure if I'm the only one, if maybe like everyone who's got this game has this problem right now. But something happened last night, and I'll show it to you right here. Basically, it set it up so that I have, and you can see it, right there, that I have negative 260 plus million coins in the game, which is pretty impressive. To put this in context, the most expensive thing in the game is the Dome Stadium, and it is only 80,000 coins in the positive. So obviously, big tech glitch, game screwed up, and took away more coins than I will feasibly ever earn in a lifetime of playing this game. And that's okay, because I think you earn I earn like 500 coins a game if I do pretty good. Well, anyways, I thought it was pretty amusing. I opened it up this morning, and I was taking that screenshot of it and a few others, and I said, well, I want to post this on Facebook. How can I make this really funny? It's like, I know. I'll buy something in the store, and when it gives me that pop-up saying, you don't have enough coins to buy it, I'm going to be like, well, no, duh. I've got 256. That'll be a great screenshot. I went to the store. I think I bought some cleats. Went to buy some cleats, and it bought it and took it. And I'm like, that can't be right. I'm pushing a few things. And I realized after some pushing around, I could buy anything in the game I wanted, including the aforementioned Dome Stadium that probably would have taken me several months to earn. But as I was doing this and just sort of laughing about the whole situation, because I had no intention of even bothering to work my way to all this, I asked myself a question. Is this a copyright infringement? And the answer didn't immediately appear to me. The reason is, all these things I'm buying are copyrighted works, and they are protected, and they are for sale, because this game, like nearly every other game of its type, you can, if you want to spend an inordinate amount of money on fake items, you can, of course, buy tons of coins and buy everything without ever touching the screen other than, in the store. So you never have to just play the game to own everything in it. Congratulations. That being said, I dabbled around with this online and sort of came to the realization that this particular case, no, it's not an infringement. The reason is, my fear was that it'd be, since I was obtaining access to copyrighted works that were protected by some kind of digilocker DRM, that basically I had infringed copyright. But of course, the law, if the locks are broken or faulty in some way, it's not an infringement. And basically what it comes down to is they accidentally gave me access to the works. As far as I can tell, no. Feel free to post other theories below, though, in the comments, Facebook, elsewhere. I'd love to hear if there are ways maybe I did infringe copyright, because I really don't think the NFL is going to come after me for this. But, and truthfully, if they want to, they are more than free to reach into my phone and take away everything that I acquired, the few items that I did. I'm not acquiring anymore, because I really don't care about these items. I just like kicking field goals. That's not what the game's about. But the point of all this is it got me thinking a lot about how gaming has changed and how that is having an impact on copyright. Should I put the phone on mute? Anyways, the point here is, when I was a kid, I used to save up money and go to the store and buy a Nintendo game. It was like the big thing. I would work for months, do chores for a long time, save up a ton of cash, and then I would go to Toys R Us or whatever it was I was going to and buy a game and come home and play it. And that was the end of the transaction. I purchased game, I stuck it in the system, and that was it. The developers, the designers, no one asked me for more money. No one had the gall or the means to do that. Until, of course, the sequel came out, but that's a whole separate issue. But the point is, nowadays, you'll pay 99 cents for a game, and they'll try to milk, or you might not even pay that. You might even get the game for free. Look at all these Facebook games. You might get the game for free, but they're going to try to hit you up for various items along the way. They have sort of nickel and dime you by making it so that you don't have to do the tedious parts of the game if you fork over cash. And it's a pretty crappy way to design a game, in my opinion, but it seems to be effective. It's gotten some of my friends, who I will not name, to spend hundreds of dollars on random Farmville crap. You know who you are, and no, I don't respect your choices. I'm sorry. Okay, actually I do. It's completely your decision, but the point is, don't try to get me to play Farmville, okay? No. The end result of all this, though, is that it raises some very new and strange copyright issues. If I find glitches in the game that enable me to get this content for free and without doing the work, is that an infringement? If, I cheat or hack the game in some way, does that make it an infringement? Basically, where are the lines drawn on this? And I don't have any clear answers yet, and I don't think the courts do either, because I don't think that issue's been raised fully. And I don't know when or if it actually will. Because, let's face it, is Zynga or the designers, or whoever the hell it was that designed NFL 13, are they going to actually sue people, their fans, over this? Maybe if they were doing something on a commercial scale, they would. It might be worthwhile then, but I don't think it's worth it for just like what happened here, where I beep, 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 and I grabbed a couple of items. I don't think that's the case. So what I'm saying is this. We need to start thinking about these issues in context of copyright a little bit. It's pretty interesting questions, and I don't have easy answers, and I don't think the court does either yet. But you better believe it's going to come up if gaming's going to continue going this way. Well, on that note, thank you for listening to me rant today, but until Monday, this is Jonathan Bailey, signing off.